Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hey! Test 1 2. Hey! How about that? I guess I don't have to restart. Boy, they just put way too many buttons on this thing. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go shut my air conditioner off so it doesn't sound like I'm in a wind tunnel. All right, I'll be right back. Har, har, har. How about that? There's apparently 5 different ways you can mute your PlayStation. And I have found, finally, all 5 of them. Alright, let's see if that's any better. Is that any better? Test 1 2. Check my voice versus the background noise. That's still pretty bad. Better. Test 1 2. Check my voice versus the background noise. Oh, feedback loop, feedback loop. Okay. We're going to get as quiet as we can be. Okay. Alright, let's test the volume here. Andy, hello, hello, and thank you. Yes, I am finally feeling somewhat better. The deal with that, actually, not that I'm going to complain about my health, but I'll just say this. Long COVID, bad stomach issues, and being just completely wiped out. So it's been a pretty hot summer, and it's been just killing me. So, but I am good, as long as I can sweat this out with my air conditioner off right now. But happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Let me put that right in the chat. Happy Thursday. Bang, bang, bang. You can hear me pounding on the keys. There it is. All right. Well, welcome, everyone. I hope everybody's having a fantastic evening. Happy Thursday. Ooh, I have no game sound in my headphones. Yay. All right. We're going to do this the hard way. Fine. No, actually, because if somebody jumps on, I need to be able to hear that. Okay. So, No Man's Sky. Worlds Part 1 update. Things are amazing. I mean, check this out. You guys have been sitting here listening to this oh so patiently, and I appreciate that. Appreciate you hanging out for it. Check this out. We have beautiful oceans now. It's not just that flat surface. It's like there's waves. A little while ago it was a little bit stormy, and it was really, saw the waves kicked up and everything. I mean, that's just fantastic. I just feel like I could rant and rave about the updates to this game. Fortunately, it's not storming out right now. For the little exploring that I have done, I've absolutely noticed that the weather has been tremendous on many planets. When I say tremendous, I mean like ridiculous storms, can't see more than 3 feet, pea soup, all that sort of stuff. You know, and every time I come in from a landing, I'm either bouncing off the ground or splashing off the surface or something. But I love it. I love it because I've always loved the storms in this game. The storms have really always been exciting to me, and a lot of the bases that I've built have been on these like ridiculously hot or ridiculously cold and stormy, awful places. So you know, I've been kind of used to that. So, but now it's just like amplified. Like every world, or almost every world, seems to have ridiculous levels of wind and atmosphere, but they've really prettied everything up. Like, according to the updates, they basically rewrote the code in this game for, you know, how they're doing weather, how they're doing atmosphere, how they're doing light in the atmosphere, how they're doing water textures, just everything. And so it's really beautified this game up a whole bunch. So if there's anybody out there that's watching or listening to me and you haven't actually picked up No Man's Sky and you are interested in playing a really, really open world kind of game, what's there, 11 trillion planets to discover in this game? It's amazing. Anyway, so starting out here in Subserbal, that is Galaxy 30 on the ways out. This is the DadsGoneBad homeworld, and I haven't been here a little bit, and I want to check it out. What I have been doing is I've been trying to sort of plug my way through the expedition, you know, trying to catch it in bits and pieces of time that I've had, so that, you know, I can start bludging my way through it. And it's really what an interesting expedition. I suppose we could talk about that for a while too. That's been just pretty out of control, and I really, really like it. It's so heavily combat based, or focused, I should say, that it's just tremendous. It's a whole lot of fun, and it's got a whole very, very different vibe. I wouldn't say very, very different, just kind of different vibe than the previous expeditions. A lot more focused on brood mothers and trying to wipe out this infestation that's going across the universe, which is great, and watching the community bar in progress and all this and that. It's really cool. But I'm mostly done with it. I've finished up through phase 3. I've recorded everything. And just inadvertently, I think I've got the rewards from several of the milestones farther down the road just because of the way I play. But it's a fun one. However, it doesn't, and I was agreeing with something I had read from a friend, I believe that was Citrus, who was saying that it didn't quite have that same thing at the end. It felt so different that it was like, oh wait, where's the huge ship, or so to take that on my sort of my direction, I'll say that I feel that they were really trying to focus on getting people a little bit more experienced with combat, because I mean, you've seen my videos and my streams, if there's a barn, I'm gonna miss it. If there's a straight line to walk, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be falling off of ladders and all this and that. So it's just, I found it to be a lot of fun to get into that. But really, the trick with that is that you come around to find a couple of weapon sets or a couple of technologies that you put on your multi-tool there, like the plasma launcher, and they give you a whole bunch of upgrades for it and stuff like that. So that thing is just like a weed whacker going through and taking out the bugs. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Whereas in, say, previous expeditions, I felt that they were trying to sort of teach you through experience, more like how to run your freighter, how to get going in the game, how to explore planets, how to survive in a dead universe or dead galaxy, whatever. So each one thematically has had sort of a, hey, we're going to teach you how to play the game better and give you some rewards for doing it. Sometimes a cool ship, sometimes a cool multi-tool, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, Citrus. It was a little short. It did. And again, I'm taking it at dad speed, so I'm going really slow with it. Grinding it out, and each time I get to a different milestone that I get a little tripped up on, I'm like, okay, hit record and see if I can figure this out, because maybe somebody else is also getting tripped up on that milestone. So anyway, I mean, I could really go on and on about that, but I found that what I haven't really done is any exploration back in sort of, the Prime universe here. I did pop into one base in Galaxy 10 there, and it was an ocean base, and I called it a resort island or something like that. And it was just, I just left a base computer there for a future build, and the ocean was completely invisible. I couldn't see the surface of it. It just looked like there was this big valley, just this big sort of crater with all you could see everything, like all the beautiful underwater topography. Let me get out of the ship and show what I'm talking about. So it was like, they also, come on, get me down under the water here. Here we go. The underwater environments, this one's actually pretty lackluster compared to a lot of what I've seen even on the expedition, but there's all kinds of new life down here. Even just the way these things sway in the water is all different than it used to be. So it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I probably sort of scatterbrained and get away from that thing because it's going to blow up. So anyway, I wanted to come back and just kind of check out a few of the things, and I was going to ask Citrus and Thunder, if you're out there, have you guys actually found a paradise planet with the floating islands and those gorgeous waterfalls? Because that would just be super exciting, and that's something I would certainly love to show everybody. But even, I'm still sort of blown away by this water texture stuff. It's just fantastic. Like, oh my God, guys, this is beautiful. Even looking out over across the shore there, and even up in the distance, what I have noticed is that when they were saying that the objects are going to render better, like at a greater distance, I totally noticed that. And the upgrade, obviously, of all the flora and fauna, they've added all kinds of new plants, all kinds of new critters, and just a wonderful diversity. I was saying to a friend when I was playing the other day that it feels, some of the worlds that I've come across feel almost like the Ark world. I'm not quite as dense with the terrain objects, but pretty dense, and I've seen that here too. Like even in the expedition, there's one milestone where they say you have mine 900 units of resources with your mining tool in one blast, and there are planets where there is so much stuff around you that's not really a big problem to do. Wait, yes, but it has storms. I see. So it's not actually a paradise planet. So here's a question. I'm just going to toss it out there because maybe you guys know the answer to this, and that is that before the world's update, Paradise Planets didn't have raging storms going on. In a sense, weather-wise, they were almost kind of boring. Beautiful, yes, but boring. And so I'm asking, oh, it's a lush planet. No, there you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Well, I think that's worth checking out, perhaps. But that would explain it, why there would be storms there, because the Paradise Planets supposedly don't have it. But that's interesting that they were saying that Paradise Planets, they specifically, I thought, said Paradise Planets, would be the ones where those like chunks of ground have lifted up into the air and sprouted life. But if you could, if you're able, Citrus, to throw the coordinates in the Discord server, I do have that open. Or if you want to party up and just leave me there, that works too. But I'd like to check it out and show everybody what's out there. But as I'm jabber-jarring away here, I just want to kind of take just a quick look around and see if I can just see any more of the differences. Like, there's a whole lot more of these crystals coming up through breaking the surface here. And I have not installed that new tech to let me land on water yet. But look at that. I know whose space that is. Nice. Oh man, Thunder's been busy. Look at this. Cool. And you can see, like, down below me how the water is like so transparent. It's like so clear and clean. Oh, check this out. This looks so cool. Oh man, nice base. Alright, and this is me going down rabbit holes, but the idea is to kind of just explore and check back into the world here and be like, okay, what have they done? Oh man, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, sorry. Erica, we're playing No Man's Sky. I appreciate the support, thanks. Yeah, that's exactly the point of this particular stream, is that they just recently, for this game, released an update called Worlds Part 1. And like I was just sort of ranting about a minute ago, they basically gave the whole thing just a huge facelift. And this game is just so pretty. Absolutely pretty. Alright, maybe it's time to head up into space. Yep, alright. Just let me know and send them along. So I will definitely go check that out. So I would say, I haven't watched too many of the other, other YouTubers too much, because I didn't want to have too many tips on the expedition specifically. Yeah, it's PC playable. It's playable, I think, on almost every platform, Switch and everything. But check it out, nomansky.com. I think that's where you need to go. Or if you're on a gaming network, you should be able to find it. I don't think it's free. No, I'm sure it's not free. I had to pay for it once upon a while. All right, I'm getting distracted. What am I doing here? All right. But yeah, it is PC playable for sure. I suppose I would play it on my Mac, but my Mac is so decrepitly old that I can't even use OBS to stream. So I need to buy a new computer at some point. Yeah, that's right. They were selling it pretty cheap, for sure. Man, is it hot tonight? It is so crazy humid. All right, what am I doing here visually? I want to check out some more planets. I mean, this is really what it's all about. So let's hit the galactic map and just roll. I'm just gonna roll on out. I think Citrus is gonna fire me off some coordinates in a bit, and we'll take a look at it. And again, let's see, what kind of systems are most likely to have Paradise Planets? I think, as I recall, I want to say it was red star systems, or maybe I'm just thinking about exotic biomes there. But you know what? Let's go here and just test that theory. Why not? Again, this game is really a lot about exploring. It's really an open world exploration game. Combat's out there if you want to look for it, or if you're a base builder and you like to build bases, it's got all that too. It's just a fantastic game. I have been playing a bit of Starfield as well, and as much as I'd love to compare these two games, Starfield to No Man's Sky, they are not very similar in most ways. It's just a different experience. It's just a very different experience. But No Man's Sky, I always keep coming back to No Man's Sky. I've got on there for a long time. Kingdom Hearts, sure. Gummy ship. Ooh. Well, this looks promising. It's got water. That's good. It's a supercritical planet, yet it looks like Earth. Not really. All right, well, let's just check it out. All right. Suppose I can get there a little faster. Sorry, I'm just kind of spacing out here. All right, now normally I don't suppose I would go check this out, but because it just looked kind of pretty from space, I just wanted to just take a peek. Like, just come down at it first from the upper atmosphere. I have noticed too that in some of the planets that I've come into, that they have some stratification to the atmosphere, which is kind of cool. Like I've noticed that some planets have like multiple layers of cloud cover. You know, sort of a high cloud, mid cloud, low cloud levels. Which is just totally cool. All right, let's just fly through some clouds here just to give you a ooh effect. Yes, they took it seriously. They definitely ramped up the weather, and here we go. Oh gosh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Some islands off there. See the planetary rings up in the sky there. Big soft happy clouds floating by. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Final Fantasy characters in a PS2. Man, I used to love my PS2. You know what? I've loved all my PlayStations, and I'll rant about that for a second. Why not? As soon as I land my ship here. I'm that guy that like bought a PlayStation 2 and had it for like 8 years, and then I bought a PlayStation 3 and had it for like 8 years, or 6 years, however long I had it. PlayStation 4 is my longest at coming up on, what, 13 years? And that thing just crapped out recently. We're on planet Kirk. Did that really say Kirk? Am I on planet Kirk? Okay. But even that, I mean, look at the terrains here. Okay, like before, they were a lot more barren. They didn't have this level of polygons going on here, and you can see it's all swaying in the breeze. Very cool. Lots of particle generators. Notice that a lot. Found that even different planets have different types or different shapes of particle generators. I found some that are like shooting billowing smoke up into the sky like a geyser, which is definitely cool. Ooh-wee. All right, coordinates. Let's check that out. Oh, that's so small. All right, so I'm gonna have to fight a glyph portal, but I can do that. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go check out a planet, Citrus found, that has the floating islands with the waterfalls, but it's a wee bit on the stormy side. But just for an ooh-ah moment, look at the waves. There weren't waves like this in the game before at all, so that's part of the reason why I'm kind of cooing over it. It's just like, wow. Oh man. You know, I think that it's sort of a high-level discussion, quick discussion about this. Water in video games have been such a thing. I mean, such a thing. I haven't seen too many games until somewhat recently that have even really tried to do like waterfalls, for example, or to have motion effects like this on a global scale, like new, or on a galactic scale, because like planets all like this applies to however many planets, however many millions or even billions of planets out there in No Man's Sky that have water. And they were saying that also the wind speed and storms will irritate the water or agitate the water more, meaning that, like you can see, it's all calming down right now. It's becoming placid, like it's literally changing before our eyes. Like that is super cool. All right, but before I go jabbering on too much, I need to get myself to a portal. Thunder, hey bud, how you doing, man? Good to see you. It is good to be back, and yes, I am excited. And we're going to go, I'm going to take the camera and all of you with me to check out the coordinates for that planet that Citrus found. So let me just bring my ship to me since I'm kind of wandering around. It's probably like right behind me. But let's just bring it in. And we're going to hit a glyph portal, and we're going to go check it out. Hopefully, with a little bit of luck, the weather will at least allow us to see them. Thank you, Thunder. It's good to be back. It's as I said at the beginning, it's between health and crazy summer stuff. It's just been a lot. Got COVID. I got something called long COVID, which has been messing up my guts pretty bad. Yep. Okay, I will check that out. All right, but what do I need? I need my glyph portal. I need the glyph portal. Easiest, fastest way for me to hit a glyph portal, I think, would be to summon my freighter if I was just far enough away from the planet. So we'll hit that and we'll bounce to a glyph portal. All right, so let's bring in the freighter, my friends. My portable. Oh, come on. Why? Why do I not have the right drives on it? Of course I have the right drives on it. You know, here I was trying to do this the fastest way I could, and it didn't work out. All right, let's try it this way. Here we go. Bang. All right. So we are on the hunt for a planet with floating islands and waterfalls. And we have a target place that we're going to go check out. I'll share the coordinates when we get there. Yep, my freighter. It's been so tempting. I've been finding all kinds of interesting freighters. It's been very tempting to switch over to another one of the same size as this, but just with a slightly different configuration. All right, but let me stop jabbering and focus. Focus. Yes, Rod, focus. And there's my portal. And let's go ahead and save first, because always save. Save early, save often. That's what they say. All right. You just have to make sure we don't bounce to the wrong one in the wrong galaxy, or else this is going to take even longer. Go through my 1.5 million bases. And glyph portal. I do believe that is what I want. So let's do it. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed any differences with any of your bases. Like, sometimes when these updates come out, especially these sort of global planet-changing ones, sometimes our bases get totally hosed, screwed up. I haven't checked too many of mine yet, but we'll see. There are a few save beacons on the planet, markings rather nice islands. All right. I'm getting even extra excited now. So have a lot of people already started building bases there? Have a lot of people found it? I mean, obviously a few have, but you know, considering I was reading in our Discord there that you know, you guys have been looking at like 50 and 60 different jumps in different systems trying to find these floating islands. I'm imagining they're not quite as common as they made it seem in the trailer there. And notably, I think that my load times are a little faster on my Xbox. Just want to say that. But I'm happy that they're faster here. The PlayStation 5 is a great platform. I'm really enjoying it. All right, let me stop spinning around. You know, my ADD kicking in. And there is the glyph portal. I am at the wrong side of it. All right, let's just run through it, get up the other side. Uh-oh, really? It's always, guys, it's always something. That's hilarious. Okay, all right, okay, fine. We got this. Just gonna let me do this? Apparently, this particular glyph portal was fused halfway into the side of a mountain. It's always something. There we go. Hello. Let's dig our way in there. All right. Don't mind us tourists here. Oh gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Am I creative mode? I'm in creative mode. All right. Well, I guess that's good for this. Wait. I'm not burning up resources. It's not release. There. I should change that. I should definitely get out of here. But let me just get to where we're going first, and then we'll go back to normal mode. So if this is new to anybody, this is the glyph portal. This is sort of how to get places in each galaxy. And there's a coordinate system for it. Yes, we want to activate the portal, because we do not need to bring you guys here. I need to go somewhere else. Alright. Discord. Here we go. Ooh-wee, you said you sent another one with a bigger... Yeah, oh, you're the best. Thank you. This old blind guy appreciates that. Alright, now you guys get to hear me go crazy through this. The boat thing. The sunrise. The bird flying thing. Another sunrise. The triangle-y, pyramid-y thing. A rocket ship. There we go. Bang. Two more of the pyramids. 1, 2... A teepee of all things. I don't think I've almost ever used that one. 2 more of these guys. Bang, bang. And again, thank you so much for this. I definitely appreciate it. Bang. Alright, so this guy should light up. And we will shortly be on our way. Alright, let me get back over to the stream so I can see the chat. None of my bases got hosed, but one of the coolest planets did. Oh no, did it like change from like paradise to like, you know, dying planet? This is, alright, got that. Do you have a donation button or a subscriber button, or was that, you know, alright, I'm gonna take a pause here because that's an interesting thing. YouTube somewhat recently rolled out this thing for memberships, which is a way that before you hit 1,000, but once you hit 500 subscribers, it allows you a certain small amount of monetization. So there's a few things that I can do. So for example, I can publish videos that only members can see. And that's not subscribers, that's members. So that's a thing, but you know, I don't feel right just by saying, hey guys, I want everybody to check out this, you know, all my member videos, and I only have like 2, you know, or they're not anything super cool. So, but I do have a fair amount of that sort of stuff in there. I have probably maybe 10 videos, maybe more than that, plus a fair amount of just gameplay that's been uncut. I do put onto the membership level just because I can, you know, record them and send them right there, and then download them and edit them. And I'm not totally polluting everybody's like notification bars with, hey, Dad's Gone Bad just posted a, you know, gaming video, and it's just live gaming with no narration or anything like that. But supposedly there's also a super chat button or something like that in here somewhere, which, you know, could I think that people can donate through the chat. And I apologize for not being completely up on that, but I do think that there is a way to do it. I think it's just by hitting you. I don't know. Anyway, so that's a level that I just haven't tried to promote because, again, like I kind of like using that as a place where I can put all my raw video stuff. And if people want to, you know, if anybody wants to join, there's a join button right at the bottom of the page there, and you just click on that, and it gives you some options. But if you are going to do that, if you want to support the channel, I'd appreciate that. But I'm just not asking people to do that until I feel like I have enough content up there on the membership level to really make it worth it. So that's my thoughts on that. But again, I think in the chat there's a way that you can, like, I don't know, super chat or something. But the thing is that with YouTube, as you may or may not know, you have to reach $100 threshold within the course of a month or 4 weeks or whatever it is, 28 days. And if you don't hit it, then they don't pay it out. And that kind of sucks. But anyway, that's the road I'm on right now, is in between the 500 and the 1,000 subscribers. And again, I'm just kind of cruising along. But I'll get there. One of these days I'll get there. All right, so let's get back to this. We have our portal. It should be up and ready and happy for us. And I just want to kind of kick out for a second to get out of creative mode and get into normal mode. Next. Survivor. Normal. There we go. All right, let's do that. Okay. Now, let's go take a little trip on the Glyph Portal Network. Ba-boom. Ooh, well, you just wetting my whistle there. From purple paradise to bubbles and teal ocean with green lush, with blue oceans and superheated storms. Yeah, that kind of sucks. The storms really, really, really suck. I mean, they've made storms. I mean, it's realistic. You look at a planet like Venus or something like that, which is constantly covered with cloud cover, and it's just ridiculous in a highly toxic environment. So it makes sense, but it's just a little bit on the difficult side. So, got your text. I'll reply to that when I take a break or at the end of this, but I will definitely let you know. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so we're going to look at this planet. So, again, in the past updates, I have noticed that a lot of things have changed. Like planets and system have changed planet types, which is what Citrus is saying here. He found is that one of it is purple paradise planet with bubbles, which sounds awesome, and an awesome ocean and everything else. You know, it just went to superheated storms. So now it's like you can't even sit out on your deck and enjoy the view. It's all so obscured. Those purple planets got changed a lot. Yeah, I believe it. Again, I haven't done that much exploring yet, but I did pop through a couple of my bases initially, and I did notice obviously the changes you would expect to see, and I think I covered that too. But again, it's difficult for me to remember because I have built so many of my bases on super crappy planets. It's like, oh, it's just crappier. Okay. Of course, saying that, I'm going to come across a paradise planet that I like maybe back in Galaxy 10 or something like that, and it's going to be like, oh look, it's turned into the garbage planet, crawling with mordite and swampy, sticky sounds. Yeah. I thought that was interesting too. Like, what they didn't really mention is that if you listen to the sound in this game, they have updated the sounds so much. The environmental sounds, the action sounds, even the music, everything. It has changed so much in this game. And if you listen for it, you'll hear it. Like things like even, I guess, you know what, I'll try to just give examples as I go because I'm just drawing blanks right now. But it's something that I noticed many times through the expedition. Like, oh, that sounds different. Oh, that sounds different. Oh, okay, that sounds different. So I know that they put a lot more time into developing the audioscapes of these environments as well as some of the HUD sounds. Not all. I don't think they want to scare us too much and have us being like, wow, I'm totally freaked out. Nothing sounds the same anymore. But, you press a button that makes a quack sound or something. None of that. But I'm sorry, that's just a ridiculous example. And the only reason I say that is because I'm going to go down another rabbit hole. Someone recently turned me on to the fact that the world's largest rubber duck is 60 feet tall, and some guy owns it and sails it all around the world as a sort of an attraction. Anyway, enough of that. This load is taking an awful long time, I must say, because I have been jabbering on for a little while here, and we are still going through the portal. All right. And hi, everybody out there who's watching. Hello. Happy Thursday evening. I can see that there's 11 of you lurking around. Feel free to jump in the chat and say hi. We don't bite. And again, we're doing No Man's Sky, and we're exploring Worlds Part 1, and very specifically in Galaxy 30 Subset Ball. We are hunting down, on our way, as you can see, seem to be on our way to a planet that has the floating islands with the waterfalls. Citrus was able to find one, and we're going to go check it out. Or we're trying to check it out. Yeah. So, heard any good jokes lately? No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. So, yeah. So, let's see. Well, I guess we can just chat a little bit more while we kick the tires here and hope that this thing is going to load in. All right. One other question for all y'all out there. Have you noticed an increase in the amount of crashes that have been happening with the game? This is a very long jump. But clearly, we're going to the other side, to another universe. But again, I have noticed that I've been having a lot of crashes. Like when I was going through, I would say I would be crashing at least once an hour, maybe during the expedition. Don't know why, but it's the way it was. But again, oh, hello, look, we're up to 13 people. Hello, everybody. But it looks like we might be a little bit stuck here, and that could be a thing. That could be a thing. I don't know how to kick the tires on this. So eventually, when I get a new computer, I will be able to survive game crashes without the stream having to be interrupted. But for now, yeah. Oh, thank you, Citrus. Yeah, getting back to the game crashing thing. I would have to agree with that. When I was going through the expedition, I didn't really seem to notice that so much when I was getting through like phase 1, phase 2, and then I would say probably in the last update, the 5.03, that I've noticed that there's been a lot of crashing going on. So I just submit all my bugs to Sony or whoever and say, okay, fix it, whatever. But yeah, and it seems to be like pretty random. At least before on the PlayStation 4, if I knew I was going into like a place where there was like glitched builds and stuff like that going on, that I knew I would probably get pretty tripped up and that I would have a crash. Dad's gone crash. Richie, hello, sir. How are you? Hope you're doing well, and hope everybody out there is doing well. But yeah, at this point, we're kind of stuck in a load screen here, and just kind of talking about the game crashing because on the PlayStation 4, I was having a lot of crashing problems going on. Again, with like whether it be like a huge amount of models or whatever, polygons, if you will, too many of them, too highly rendered. Which there's been no rhyme or reason, it seems, to the new level of crashing that I've got. It's just like walking along and bam! Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic there. And it just crashes. I'm like, because I didn't remember. Yeah, I was definitely in the expedition where I started really hitting the crashes, and those again were within the last say 2 phases, if you will. So at first, again, I was able to get into it, had a good session, was able to record some videos off of that. I put that one out about milestone 2, phase 2, milestone 5, because I got hung up on that. It seemed like a no-brainer, but pick up the bug and crush it in your inventory. After killing 16 broodmothers and wondering, scratching my head going, why is there no counter on the screen telling me that I'm making any progress towards finishing this thing? So then, switch gears and got it figured out. We'll say one thing too, I guess, while we're jabbering here. I'm hoping that, I forgot what I was going to say. It was about the expedition. Sorry. Dad's gone bad. His little brain dead tonight. That's all right. The expeditions, there was so much combat going on. Nope, that wasn't what I meant to say. I did notice that the crashes continued to get worse and worse as well. That was really the last point I wanted to make on that, meaning that I was probably crashing about every 45 minutes. It's to the point where I was like, hey, I'm going to stop playing this for right now. I'm just going to edit some video. Stupid dumb game. Normal human reactions to those sorts of things. All right, so let's see if I can't bounce out to the home screen and then jump back in. Maybe that'll spur this puppy on. And no sir. No sir and no sir. We are not any closer. Oh God, I hate having to break the stream to do this stuff. Do not enjoy that. But I think we're gonna have to. Maybe if I pause the stream, maybe? Let's see if that helps. Alright, gotta pause only for half a second. Be right back. 5. Nope, no inspiration there. Well, folks, this is what the going through a glyph portal looks like. Maybe I should record a video of this and just be like, 5 hours of traveling through a glyph portal. Maybe set it to some elevator music. What do you think? Ah, boy. Alrighty, my friends. I'm going to have to apologize, and let me put this in the chat in case people are just kind of watching and not listening. I have to reboot the stream. Blah. Because why not? Just in case. Alright, my friends. I hope that I will see you in a couple of minutes, but we're going to go ahead and reboot. So, this may take a minute so you can hear me cursing and swearing in the background, because that just might be stupid dumb thing. Alright. See you folks in like a minute.